Okay, this is a little video for anyone who's wanting to know how to import multiple layers into a slicer and then assign them different filament colors. Was asked to, this was requested by a subscriber, and just a very quick thing I wanted to show. So it's very easy. So once you're in your slicer and you're going to load the file up as normal, so you go to import as you normally would, and you want to go to where you've got the file. Now in this case I just have to go to my H drive for this file, for example. I go to my A320 stuff and I come down to this one here. Okay, so we go into here and we got the 3D parts. Alright, now the instructions tell you in this sort of thing to load certain files in a certain way so that you've got them all grouped as one. So normally you just click one file and you would open it, but in this case, and this is something I didn't know until recently, that if you're working with multicolor printers, this is the way to do things. If it requests you to do so, you've got multiple parts but they need to be one part multiple colors. This is the easiest way to do it. So for example, in this case I will click on the front label, front plate label, the front plate transparent, and the front plate. All these files, these three need to be grouped together. So we click on open, and then it says load these files as a single object with multiple parts, yes or no, and we go yes, and then we have our part in there. All right, our simple 3 position part that we can look at. Okay, so now we just need to change the colors of it. So over here we got process, and it says global and objects. So we go into objects and we go into make sure that we arrange these into the way that they should be arranged. I'm just going to give myself a little bit more room there. Okay, so in this case I need the transparent one on top, so I just hold the left mouse button down and drag it up onto where it says plate labels. I'll let go, and then it moves that layer above that layer. So if you want to swap layers around, you just right click, hold on it, drag it up or down. It must be sort of like on the top of the one that you want to replace it, and then just let go. And now we can see the front plate's moved up the top and the transparent's in the middle and the plate labels there. We don't want that. We want this one to be on the bottom, so I'm just going to move it down again. So now I've got them in the correct position. Now I want to change the filament color. For the transparent layer, for example, I want that to be on number 1, because I've got a clear actually in there, even though it shows a brown. I know it's a clear, whatever filament color I know that is in my Ace Pro unit or my multicolor unit, for example, is there. So I know what's there. So I'm not going to worry about that one. But the labels, okay, I need them to be white. So I'm going to right click. I'm going to click on that left click and right click now, and go to change filament, and I'm going to select white. That easy. Now I'm going to go to the front plate, and I want this to be the Airbus color. So I'm going to right click on it and go to change filament and go and choose my Airbus blue, which I know is that one. And now we have all 3 colors ready to go. And if I rotate the object, you'll see that we have our colors all sorted out for our part that it is. And that's as easy as it is. And then just decide whether or not you want it face up or face down. In this example for this product, I want it face down, but if I wanted it face up, then I would just simply click on the rotation, and I would simply come over. The green axis is the one that I would need to move, and I just simply type in here 180 or 180 degrees if I want to rotate it that way. Now you see what happened there. I did that deliberately to show you, because we only had one layer selected, so it only rotated one layer. Okay, so what you need to do is go Control Z to undo that. Now come out of your rotation and go and click on where it says auto break labels, this one here, the first one at the top, not the layers themselves. That selects the whole thing. Now if we go on to rotate and do 180 and enter, we rotate the whole thing. And that is the position that I would have for this one to print in this one, because it actually prints with the white first laying down, the clear, the white, and then the airbrush grey, and that's exactly how that one would print. But that's how you do 3 layers or more layers or multiple layers brought in, and how you change the color of them. So it could be more than 3, it could be as many as it needs to be, but then you drag each layer around to establish what position it is supposed to be in, so that you know for a fact of what position it's supposed to be in. And then once you're happy with that, of course, or what position it's supposed to be in, is where you would go. Hope that solves that for you. Thank you very much. Have a great day. Stay frosty.